Chapter 28. There were 13 for dinner, including the grandchildren, Cindy, Kobe and the twins, Rachel and Sammy and Lily, plus the couples Jacob and Lana, Hannah and Rafi, and Gabe and Yasmin. The majority of the conversation happened between the kids, while Rena and Decca entertained the grandchildren. The twins, Avika and Aaron, were now 6 and size of 10-year-olds. The boys could read a little, mostly statistics from basketball cards. I see you're training them early, Decca said. Cove said they're on a team with 8-year-old girls. With 8-year-olds. Rena furrowed her brow. It's not too much for them. They're the tallest on the team and the fastest runners. They seem to enjoy it, Cindy said. The pride was evident. Decca had the height, but never the speed. Football had been his thing, Hannah said. If you have the talent, you should start early. Look at Gabe. How old were you when you first started playing? 2, but I lost my childhood. Gabe thought a moment. Actually, that wasn't because of the piano. My parents are 2 of the best, most childish people on the face of the earth. Someone had to be the adult. I'll tell you this much. Good scholarship potential for them. Smart, athletic, and they're black, Kobe said. When everyone stared at him, he shrugged. True is true. It's a little early to start planning their lives. Rena was holding Lily on her lap, feeding her chicken soup. We already made a list of colleges, Kobe said. Penn has a very good team for an Ivy school. He's just kidding, Cindy said. No, I'm not, Kobe said. No, he's not kidding, Cindy admitted. Well, Lily's going to have to make it on her brains, Sammy said. She's the shortest kid in preschool. She's 2, Jacob lectured his brother. A lot can change. You guys are rushing everything, Decca said. Take your time, enjoy them while they're still manageable. Yeah, Sammy said. Is that how you felt when we were all young? Probably not. And so the conversation went, ebbing and flowing with a lot of laughter in between. The meal lasted over 2 hours and would have probably gone on longer, but Decca glanced at his watch and asked for the check. When it came, he reached for it, but Jacob got to it first. It's on us. We're taking you out, Hannah said. Are you sure? Decca said. Decided before we all sat down, Kobe told him. It's our treat, Sammy said. No need for that, but Decca already pulled away his wallet. Thank you. The treat was unexpected and unnecessary, but very nice, Rena said. The way we figure, Jacob said, is that you've taken care of us all this time. Now it's time for you to take care of. It's time for you to take care of you. I take care of me? Jacob was confused. Does that mean I pay for my own dinner? No, of course we'll pay, Sammy said. You can pay tip if you want, Jacob said. I knew there was a catch. Gabe laughed. He's kidding. No, he's not. I'll pay tip. I just got a paycheck from my agent. Large? Jacob. Substantive. You pay tip. Nonsense. We're all going to split the tip, Sammy said. This is a joint venture. Jacob said, how much do you want to leave for tip? At that point, Decca stood up. I hate to eat and run, guys, but we've got a long ride back. Yeah, sure, Sammy said. Yasmin said, we should leave 20%. Rena handed Lily back to Rachel. At least 20%. There was a lot of us. There were kisses and goodbyes, and the kids were still figuring out each one's share as Decca and Rena walked out the door. She said that was nice. It was. It's good to have a little fresh air. It was a pretty stuffy inside. You have a headache? It was a little noisy inside, a little noisy. You want Advil? 2, please. I thought your hearing goes as you age. Not fast enough, apparently, Rena laughed. My head is ringing. The boys are adorable, but they talk over each other, and as they do, their voices get louder and louder. That's good. Then their teammates will be able to hear them across the court. Yeah, that's what was that all about, making lists of colleges? Kobe just fantasizing. It's easier to do that than realize how vulnerable the little ones are and how helpless you are as a parent. Yeah, you're right. You usually are. Thank you. She leaned over and kissed his chilled cheek. Decca took her gloved hands in his own mitten. As they walked back to the car, no romantic word was needed. Being together was enough. Rena drove as Decca checked his phone messages. Finally. Good news? Yes. He stowed his phone in his jacket pocket. The tech got into the computer and pulled transcripts from 2 of Belford's email account. I was all set to get a warrant for the servers, but this saves me time, aggravation, and best of all, it may actually help break the case. Decca checked his watch. It was almost 8. They wouldn't get back into Greenbrier until 11, but this couldn't afford to wait. I'm going to have to work late. I could bring the transcript home, but honestly it's easier for cross-referencing to work at my desk. It's fine, Peter. Do what you need to do. Promise me you won't wait up. I might pull an all-nighter. Not a problem, although I'll miss you. You'll be sleeping. I can feel when you're there and when you're not. Your aura is all around. More like my weight. when I move around. Are you okay with driving home? Fine. Are you sure? Yes, I'm positive. Take a nap, Peter. Rest your brain until it's needed. Rena slowed the car and squinted out the window. I think that's her. She pulled in front of a purple flagged NYU building, and a swaddled Malin hopped in the back seat. Where's Tyler? She asked while rubbing her shoulders. Rena said, we're getting him now. Do you want me to turn up the heat? Yeah, I'm freezing. It's freezing outside. How long were you waiting? 5 minutes. You're driving Rena? I am. If you need a replacement, I do have my license. I'm fine, but I'll keep it in mind. 15 minutes later, Tyler came out and opened the front page in the store. When he saw Decker in his seat, he got in next to Malin. You're driving Rena? Yes, I am. It seems to be a rather big deal. I'm from LA. We drive a lot there. I'm just used to him driving. No offense, Matt. I want to take a nap, Decker said. I have some work to do tonight. What kind of work, Madam asked. I'll tell you about it later. I'll plug my ears if you want, Malin said. Decker ignored her. You and Rena go back to the house. You need your rest. If you work, I'll work. I can also nap while Rena drives. Everyone can nap, Rena said. I'm wide awake after 3 cups of coffee. Well, I'm not tired, Malin answered. Then you're lucky that napping's not a requirement for passage home, Rena said. Decker stuffed a laugh, leaned back and threw his scarf over his eyes. Within 20 minutes, all 3 of them were out. Rena didn't mind. She found the silence was a welcome friend. The pile on his desk was thick with paper and topped with a note. More to come. Decker leafed through the pages. He glanced at McAdams, who was sitting at his desk and literally twiddling his thumb. It was almost 11:30. I'm really fine doing this by myself, McAdams said. I'm waiting. Decker gave up being Mr. Nice Guy. He could see he could use the help. I'll take her Gmail account as well as her Needloft edu messages, and you go through her Hotmail. I think there were IMs as well as emails. He plopped a stack of papers into McAdams' desk. It didn't take too long. 10 minutes later, McAdams said, wow, inappropriate. Decker looked at what? Hold on. McAdams read through another 30 seconds in silence, and getting more inappropriate by the moment. These are IMs from Belford to Aldo Farraga. Farraga? Yes, Farraga. I wonder how he hacked into her IMs. I didn't know you could do that. I thought they weren't retrievable. The wonders of modern technology. What does it say, McAdams? Oh, sorry, starts with flirtations, but evolves into something pretty darn steamy. See for yourself. He handed Decker around 10 pages of transcript. Farraga. Great lunch, great conversation. Let's do it again sometime. Belford, let's. Next day. Farraga. Free for lunch? Belford. Coffee at 3? My office? Farraga. See you then. Next day. Farraga. Can't stop thinking about you. Belford. Sounds intriguing. Farraga. When can I see you? Belford. Not today. Farraga. When? Belford. I'll get back to you. Next day, question mark. Belford, not today. Roses on my back. Farraga, I hope that isn't literal. Belford, smile. Farraga, when? Belford, I'm pretty tied up. Farraga, I hope that it's literal. Belford, LOL, if you're desperate, you can drop by my house tomorrow. It'll have to be late. Farraga, how late? Belford, around 11. Farraga, I'll be there. Belford, TTYL. Apparently it was more than just talk. Farraga, I need to see you again. Belford, you mean you need to fuck me again? Farraga, why are you Americans so unromantic? Belford, are you complaining? Farraga, no, of course not, but I like to think of it as a more than just a fuck. But if it was just a fuck to you, I will accept that. Belford, of course it was just a fuck, you're married. But it was a very good fuck. Farraga, it was sublime. Belford, smile. Farraga, when can I see you again? And so on and so forth. It was the same thing for several more pages with increasingly raunchy language and graphic description of body parts. McAdams said, anything on your end? I've been reading her Needloft correspondence, which mostly consists of indecipherable maths and a lot of meetings. Rosa and Belford find it hard to be civil even in school-related emails. Most of the time it has this underpinning of hostility. Like what? Give me a moment. Okay, it's like this note here. They're talking about a faculty meeting. Rosa ends it by saying, this time please be punctual, followed by 3 bold-faced exclamation points. Did she respond? She wrote, I'm always punctual if given the correct information. At one point, she was probably reprimanded for being late. The hostility between them is in sync with what we've been told. Your exchanges are definitely the more interesting. Decker got up and stood behind McAdams, reading over his shoulder. The kids looked up. Excuse me? I hope you don't mind. What if I did? I just have to take the pages from you. This way we can read it together and save some time. McAdams put up a chair. Sit down. I'll put the stuff in the middle. The two of them read in silence for a few minutes. McAdams read faster and kept passing the pages to Decker, who had pulled his pad and started taking notes. Then McAdams said, "Look at this." "What? Where?" "Here, it's a variation on the same thing, except she's starting to lose interest. At least that's how I see it." He handed Decker the pages. "Faraga." "Same time." "Belford." "Not tonight." "Faraga, why?" "Belford, I can't." "Faraga, why?" "I miss you. I want you." "Belford, not going to work tonight. I think Rose is onto us." "Did you say anything?" "Faraga, of course not." "Belford, maybe your wife." "Faraga, she doesn't know a thing. Why do you think either one is onto us?" "Belford, I don't know about your wife. Rose has been a real shit this past week. He totally fucking me over because Eli has the nerve to want to change advisors. If you want to get me in the sack, get Rosa off my back. Tell him it wasn't my idea for Eli to request the change. I've told him about that a million times, but he doesn't believe me." "Faraga, it would look suspicious if I suddenly started defending you on something trivial." She didn't react defensively. Instead, she was eminently practical. "Belfort, you're right. Tell him Eli also asked you to be his advisor and you also turned him down. Tell him that, and maybe it'll dawn on him that I'm not trying to steal his students, even if that's what the students want." "Faraga, but it's not true. Eli never approached me." "Belfort, so fucking lie. You must be good at that by now." "Faraga, you're getting emotional about this. Just calm down. Let's talk and we'll figure out the best strategy." "Belfort, I've always figured out a good strategy. You just have to have the balls to pull it off." "Faraga, let me come over tonight and we'll think of something." "Belfort, Aldo, you don't seem to understand. I'm stressed out about this. He threatened to report me for something I didn't do. I keep telling him that, but he doesn't believe me." "Faraga, Rosa can be such a jackass." "Belfort, so if you know that, tell him that Eli asked you to be his advisor, or at the very least tell him you heard that Eli was talking to other professors, not just me. We both know that's true. He's been talking to Talbot in physics." "Faraga, about what?" "Belfort, who cares? Don't get distracted. All I'm saying is Rosa knows there's another full tenure professor in my court. He's probably backed down. Please." "Faraga, Katie, you can be quite emotional, but I do care about you, so I'll see what I can do." "Belfort, can you do it today? I know you're meeting with him at 4. "Faraga, how do you know that?" "Belfort, I have my ears to the wall all the time. That's what happens when the chairman of the department hates your guts, and you're going to help me or not." "Faraga, are you going to fuck me or not?" "Belfort, you come through, and then I'll come through." "Faraga, you're a whore." "Belfort, no, I'm not a whore. I just don't have tenure yet." "Faraga, I mean it as a compliment." "Belfort, no, you didn't, but I took it as a compliment. Call me whatever you like. Bitch, can't horse fight. Just come the fuck through for me. See you tonight at 11. McAdams let out hair. She suddenly wasn't sensitive when it came to prerogatives. Words weren't the problem, Dick said. It was sticks and stones that got her in the end.